Go.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
How do we get so fortunate?
We did something right in life
I guess so.
to have such amazing jobs.
Yes.
But this is what we get to do.
Look at this. This is so
this.
beautiful out here. I can't believe it. And what a Chamber of Commerce day. Just that beautiful
Absolutely.
little bit of a cool breeze. And I am definitely overdressed.
Yes, you are.
You look like
I was
springtime.
going to say, I look like I belong on the island.
Well-
You, on the other hand,
Well,
I'm
we're
going to send you to Colorado or someplace.
we're spring and fall. We go together.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Whatever.
good morning.
Well, good
And
morning.
welcome to the South Padre Island Chamber Today show.
Yes.
We, two very lucky women. I'm Alita Bagley, the president of the Chamber of Commerce for just a little while longer. And this is my partner in crime. You didn't bring it.
I keep forgetting my cup.
Well, when you
I
don't bring
remember-
your cup, then you're my better half.
That's right.
Yeah, this is my better half.
Maybe that's what I was after.
Right. Introduce
I love
yourself.
this- Oh, sorry. I'm
They
trying
don't
to
know
get
who
my
you
hair
are.
out of
Oh,
my
okay.
face first. I'm Dianna Harbaugh, and I'm the marketing director for the chamber.
And as you can see, it is a gorgeous Chamber of Commerce day.
Look at this.
And we are here at Sea Ranch Marina, and we are going to have some lunch with one of the best restaurants in town, Mahi Nic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Super exciting. Diana was just saying that whenever someone comes in the chamber and they want to know about an outdoor place, you know, she'll give them the names of our members, but then she goes on about the fries here.
That's Beverly.
Beverly,
She
yes.
always talks about the French fries.
Yes,
And it's
so
like, okay.
we're going to see some of those today. But first, because we are here to not actually make you all listen to us the entire time, we are going to invite the owner, the one and only, Billy. Come on down.
Come on
Okay.
over here.
How's it going?
Good. How
Good
are
morning.
you?
Good, how
to
are you?
see you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank
Oh,
you.
wow. So you get to enjoy this view all day long, every day.
Yep.
How
Yeah.
many days a week are you open?
6 days a week.
6 days a week. All
Yep.
right.
Have any openings?
Yeah.
We will in the spring. Yeah,
Well,
we're-
I'm retiring soon, so I can't cook worth a darn, but I could certainly sit here and look at the view,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
and
Well,
either
that's
run
that's what I
people
get to
off or
do.
attract them. I don't know, probably run them off.
No, you
Yeah.
attract them. You would
Yeah.
attract them.
Yeah.
Well,
That would
so
help.
where's your other half today?
She's actually at home working on some stuff. She'll be in pretty quick.
All right.
okay.
Well,
That's
we
Wanda.
look forward to seeing Wanda. And so tell us about yourself, Billy. How'd you end up here?
We've been coming. My parents have been living down here for close to 30 years. They live
Oh.
over in Long Island Village in Port
Okay.
Isabel, and we've been coming down to see them, of course. And then my dad passed away almost 10 years ago, and my mom was by herself and kind of lonely and stuff. So we ended up selling our house in Utah. Our goal is to eventually retire on a sailboat.
Retire on a sailboat.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything out here that
Yeah,
piques
can
your
you-
interest?
There's one over here
Yeah.
behind that's just in here for right now that's similar to what we're looking for. So.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah,
and I
so
bet
that's
I
the
know
goal.
whose it is, too.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway.
Well, we won't mention names.
we won't.
Okay, so,
So yeah, I
retire
ended
on
up
a
selling the
sailboat.
house in Utah and moving down here and kind of keeping my mom out of trouble, and
There you
ended
go.
up in the restaurant business. So
Right.
Bath by Fire. We really don't have experience. It's just try to make the best food
Okay.
we can make.
No experience, and you've done what you've done with this. Oh my gosh.
Well, we were lucky.
Wow.
The restaurant was called Mahi Nic originally, and Nate barely opened it, and then had to go home, family stuff, to Michigan. Had some kids running it, and they would never show up for work. So he put it on the market. So our basic menu is actually what started what Nate had. So he came down and spent a week with us, brought his daughter down, stayed with us, and as Wanda says, threw pans at us, and taught us the basics. Because we couldn't have done it without him to help us get started. So that helped a lot. And then we kind of added some stuff that we kind of did at home, like the pulled pork we added, stuff like that to try to expand the menu. And then we added the frozen drinks. So just kind of tried to fill in the edges a little, but still, that's the whole list of food. So,
Okay,
you know.
can I see one of those? Let's.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the short list, because that means you are honed in.
Exactly.
You are honed
Right.
in on this.
Yeah, it's funny. People will laugh at me when they come up and say, "Oh, okay, so what's good?" And I'll say everything.
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 You know, because if it's
What's
not
your
good, we're not going to
specialty?
serve it.
Everything.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
So we're kind of neat because if you get a family, a lot of times the mom and dad may want seafood and the kids don't want anything to do with it, or vice versa. And we've got seafood, we've got burgers, we got pulled pork, we got blackened chicken, we even got great hot dogs.
Right.
So we've got a pretty good, not a lot of anything, but a pretty good variety. So usually the whole family can find something they like.
Right, and the kids can run around and go look at things, and while mom and dad sit and have a
Yeah, exactly.
nice ice cold drink and
Chocolate Martini.
a chocolate martini.
Oh, yeah, I spotted the sign immediately, Chocolate
Oh,
Martini.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And look at there. Okay, so
Is that one of the perks of the job, too?
I think so. 8 Mile Burger, 2 old-fashioned hamburgers. 8
Yeah.
Mile Burger. Why is it called an 8 Mile Burger?
Nate, the guy that originally started it, was from the Detroit area.
Okay.
So there's a road called 8 Mile.
8 Mile
like,
Road.
Like the song and
Gotcha.
stuff. So that, and then the Big Chief is actually, there's a restaurant on, I can't even think of the street, but where the guys cruise hot rods. And an old restaurant's been there for decades, and their big burger's called the Big
The
Chief.
Big Chief.
So our
Okay.
big burger's a Big Chief. So that's where those couple things on the menu actually, people say, "Are you guys from Detroit?" You say, "No," but, you know.
Iron shrimp skillet.
Iron skillet shrimp is,
Blackened shrimp with Peruvian glaze, or what is that? Meuniere?
Meuniere, yeah,
Garlic
which is
butter.
garlic and butter.
Oh, that sounds so good. Okay, I'll have one of those
One of this, one
and
of
one
that.
of that.
And one of these, one of everything.
So, how long have you been running this now?
We opened October 1st in 19, so we just
Okay.
had our 4-year anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was fun, and we were open about 2 months when COVID hit.
Oh gosh.
So that was new.
Bless your
but-
heart.
Yeah, so that was, at first it was definitely, we were wondering if we'd made the right decision.
Right, I would imagine.
I bet.
I think you
Kinda
weren't the only ones in that boat too.
Yeah.
That was a bad time. And so you get, of course, people come here because they know about you, and you have all these boat trips that go in and out of here too. So do you get a lot of that business as well?
We do. I mean, it gets exposure because people walk by, but it's surprising how when they're, especially the tourists, usually when they're going somewhere, they've got a target. And
Right.
we've had people here that, when some of the other shows came out or some of the stuff came out and gave us a little coverage, and they're like, "I've been walking right here for 10 years and I never saw you." So it's neat when people will do things like this, because we've never really done any advertising. It's all been just word of mouth and the good reviews.
Right.
And it's really helped drive the business.
And-
But the local people don't look at the reviews because they think they know where everything's at. So almost every day we'll get a local go, "I didn't even know you were here." Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
that's true. That happens.
That's the way that works. And speaking of other shows, I mean, obviously our show
Is
ranks
the best.
The top.
a little
Yes.
higher, but you were on Texas Bucket List.
Yep. They were here last fall, and they do. It's just the two of them, and they do all their own editing and everything. So it takes them a while, but it came out in March, and definitely, the day of the first show, it came out on Saturday, and that next week was just insanity.
I bet it
Wow.
was.
Yeah,
cool.
and locals, and like that thing, older couple that's been here, retired here 30 years ago, and they don't come this side of the causeway, usually, because they're not going to go on a dolphin cruise because they did that, kind of thing, and they go to the park sometimes, but unless they're really paying attention, they drive right by us.
Right,
So there's
right.
always people going, "This is so cool."
Yes.
So it was really neat.
Yeah.
It's also kind of weird when people are coming up going, "Can we take your picture?" We're
You're
going,
a celebrity.
"Her? Who are you talking to?"
So make sure you watch the episode of the Bucket List with Mahi Nic, because that is very exciting, not only for you, but for the island as a whole, getting South Padre Island out there. So
Absolutely.
I think that's great. It's amazing how many people live in Texas and don't know we're here.
Padre.
They think
I know.
Padre Island
Yeah.
is Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Of course, we always
Yeah.
say we're the better end of the island. It's
Yeah.
so beautiful. And so who does the cooking?
We've got cooks. Yeah,
Okay.
initially, we were really lucky. Sandy was here with Nate when we bought it, and she knew how to cook everything, and she was our cook initially. And then, like I say, when COVID hit, you couldn't find anybody who wanted to work. I mean, we pretty much right off the bat needed people, but we'd run an ad and not get a single reply. And I think it was new, and people didn't know if we would survive. They don't want to take a chance like that.
Yeah.
So, and that was one thing when Pier 19 burnt down. I think they tried to do a good job and move their people around to their other restaurants, but they were in positions that they didn't do normally and stuff. So we found out that Janie hadn't gone anywhere yet. She was trying to decide what to do, and we talked to her, and we got to hire her, and that was a godsend because she just put the word out of any of her people that if they were interested, and they trusted her, of course, and we were able to get a couple more cooks and some more people, so it's helped us build, and we got a really good team now.
That's good, and that's so important to have a good team. And well, you must be a good leader of your team if they
Wanda
stick around.
I tell you, I could not have done it. Wanda is.
You would have run them all off. Huh?
Probably, yeah. So I mean, I'm at the counter, and I'm good at telling. I guess I'm kind of good at telling people what we have and explaining what they are and everything. But Wanda's the one that keeps. She's the glue that holds it all together.
Okay, well, that's typical woman, I think.
Sounds like awesome teamwork to me.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, she does. It's been good, and it's on the other hand. I don't know if I would recommend working with your spouse.
Yes.
Because we're together 24/7.
Yes.
And that's been a challenge.
Yes. Yeah, that can be difficult.
Yeah. I couldn't do it.
You can probably make it or break it, right?
Yeah, you definitely learn about each other very well.
Sure. Well, and especially times like during COVID, just opening, that had to be very, very stressful. But it's just so great because you found, we have wonderful restaurants in this island. It's so great. But you have found such a niche here, and it just has this vibe that
it's
just
want to come and sit.
Yes. So
and we've tried to maintain that, just very casual, very laid back. We do the orders at the counter instead of stuff, which has helped us help keep costs down.
Sure.
Not having to have a full wait staff. We've got Maddie, who's just wonderful, that does stuff. So we're a little different than a normal restaurant, but it seems to work. So.
Yes, it does. It does.
Like I said, one of those things that has worked well for you.
Right.
Very well for you.
Yes. So tell people where to find you so they know where to find you.
Well, I hate to pitch the other restaurants, but we're on, if you get off the causeway and turn right, we're on south end of South Padre Island between Sea Ranch and Dirty Al's. Basically in the breakaway cruises compound, I guess you might call it, whatever, because they've got their boats that do dolphin watch and everything else. And like you said, that develops a lot of traffic. So it's pretty good. So,
and plenty of parking,
Yep.
plenty of good food, plenty of nice people, and
plenty of
beautiful
amazing
view.
views.
Yes. If you see one of these boats and you can come up with, I don't know, $1 million, it's yours.
Oh,
you never know.
There's a lot of them here that aren't anywhere near millions. You can get
Are
into
there?
boating. I mean, yes, you can spend crazy amounts of money.
Sure.
But if you just want to get into boating, you can get in for a lot less than that.
Okay.
Have a lot of fun.
And so you're going to be retiring and going around. Where are you going to go?
Eventually.
Around the world?
Start in the Caribbean, and then, if it all goes well, and we'll be newbies, so we'll see how we do. But then Panama Canal and just keep going west.
Oh, pretty cool. Give us a call. We'll come meet you somewhere. You can pick us up on a little island, or pick us up at the airport and drop us off at some little island, right?
Somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a list of friends. It's like that we're going to call and say, hey, okay, we're going to be here this date. Is that going to work?
That's pretty
so we'll
cool.
see how it goes.
Yep.
Hey,
Well-
if you like, let me get some food here, and you can see what you think of
sure.
everything.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Thank
All
you.
righty. Oh my goodness, we get some food too.
Wow.
My stomach is growling. They've been
can
bringing
smell the
food
food.
out. Oh,
All
it's
right.
delicious.
Ladies, look at this. Oh my
So we've got an
gosh.
appetizer for you today. We're going to keep
Oh,
have
wow.
you guys try our shrimp nachos.
Oh man.
And can y'all see this?
Wow.
It's got our freshly fried chips and our blackened shrimp and our homemade pico de gallo,
Uh-huh.
chipotle mayo, and queso fresco.
Oh my
And on the
goodness.
side, you've got some of our green salsa verde, which we also make in-house.
Oh,
Enjoy those nachos, ladies.
that looks so
That
good.
is
Thank
amazing.
you.
Oh,
Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Okay.
and I think you did have a question about them being gluten-free, and yes, they are gluten-free.
All
There you
right.
go.
Perfect.
Yay.
Perfect.
All right.
Well,
Great.
I think we need to say goodbye to these people
Yes.
so we can eat.
Oh,
It
no,
was
everybody, both
so
of you
good
come
to
back over
see
here just so
you.
we
It's a
can
pleasure.
Yes.
say
and
bye to
Thanks
the
for coming.
audience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you, hon. It was a pleasure.
Wonderful.
Yes.
you guys come down to Mahi Nic,
Yep.
and this has got to be the best thing on the menu, but I have a feeling that everything on this menu is fabulous. So come and
too.
see them.
Perfect.
And y'all have a good week. We will see you next week on the SPI Today Show. Chamber Show.
Shane.
Chamber. Yep.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
All righty.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Let's eat.